Hi, welcome to She Spice. It's no question that Oprah Winfrey is an easily recognized name, having fabricated a gigantic realm as a moderator, TV maker, entertainer, creator, and media owner, in addition to other things lately. Her picture has started to experience a few groups and media outlets, including Jason Momoa, who have freely condemned her. They've blamed her for being beguiling, obstructing individuals' vocations, neglecting to pay her staff enough, and by and large being troublesome with next to no clear explanation on account of these charges. Figures like Jason Momoa are keeping the tension on, expecting to uncover what they accept to be her real essence, which they feel has been taken cover behind her public persona. For a really long time, Oprah has been on television, pushing a wide range of characters onto her show, some genuine, some not so much. She's had everything from self-broadcasted Marvel laborers to straight-up crooks strutting across her stage, and she generally turned it like she was revealing insight into no points assisting the standard people tuning in. However, as time went on, it turned out to be certain that the Operation PR Fundamental Center was a certain something and one thing, just evaluations. She'd welcome these crude characters, from extortionists to individuals guaranteeing they had superpowers, all for the sake of diversion. However, a portion of these visitors were tremendously detestable, like John of God, who's at present serving almost 500 years in a correctional facility for a few serious wrongdoings that could at any point happen. One of the most renowned otherworldly healers in the world seldom converses with anyone on camera. John of God consented to plunk down with me under a mango tree on the grounds of the casa. We should, in a piece in December 2018, charged John of God, whose genuine name is Jante. Sheradiria was advanced by 12 ladies. The quantity of cases prompted the indictment office of the Condition of Goas to make an email address and telephone line to get all allegations against him in 30 hours. More than 200 protests were gotten from 9 unique Brazilian states, and 2 cases from abroad were accounted for by the arraignment's office as having the potential to be the greatest sex outrage throughout the entire existence of Brazil, overpowering the Roger ABD. MSI case claims incorporated the affirmed of casualties as youthful as 14 years of age, as well as a lady who uncovered having been ED for 3 days on the 11th of December, 4 days after the Conversacomel show the quantity of say grumblings against Faria had arrived at 206, provoking him to restrict his arrangements at Casa do Nayo de Loyola. Addressed by columnists, he essentially said, "I'm honest," and left on the 12th of December. The public examiner of Goas required the capture of Faria. On the 16th of December, Faria gave himself over to the police, and the quantity of SA allegations steadily arrived at 600. The R word happened from 1986 to 2017. Via's little girl, Dalva, upheld the informers calling her dad and charging that she was beaten and phrased by him until she took off when she was 14 years of age. Faria was moved to a clinic from jail in WAC 2019. On December 19, he was sentenced to 19 years and 4 months for the RW of 4 ladies. He is confronting extra cases connected with 10 sex violations. He was set free from jail on house capture when the coronavirus pandemic struck in mid-2020 because of his age and chronic frailty, and Oprah gave this person a stage. Likewise, recall when Oprah gave a broadcast appointment to Monique's sibling Gerald, who's a sentenced criminal, no doubt a similar sibling who spent more than 10 years in jail for essing Monique. I did, as appropriate, contact my sister about habits that she was not happy with, and for that, I am sorry, and I'm modestly sorry. Not in the least did Oprah put him on impact. However, she even caught off guard Monique by having their folks on the show as well. And get this, these were similar guardians who didn't trust Monique when she talked out about how Gerald treated her. Yet here's where it gets significantly more. Chaotic Monique spilled the tea on the club. Shade Digital broadcast uncovering how her folks attempted to offer her story to Barbara Walters, and you understand what Barbara shut them down, remembering they were attempting to capitalize on Monique's injury. However gracious, she energetically seized the opportunity to welcome Gerald on her show, and when Monique faced her about it, all she got was some silly conciliatory sentiment about in the event that I accomplished something wrong, right? And I imparted to Oprah Winfrey what we were going through and how I felt, and I was, you attempting to adjust it out on the grounds that it's your mom, and I imparted that to you, and I imparted to her my family what the dynamic was, and you feel that that is simply all right and the manner in which you attempt to apologize before a lady in the Met. Event that you figure I've done anything off base, and that is not even the portion of it Monique's likewise, called Oprah out for repudiating her and attempting to swipe her jobs now. Monique has been on this campaign, getting down on Lee Daniels and Oprah Winfrey for what she sees as them meddling with her profession. It's been blending for quite a while, yet as of late, she dropped some serious tea on Club Shay. Shay Monique drops a sensation about how Oprah purportedly grabbed up jobs that were intended for her, like recollecting the head servant. Definitely it should be hers, or so she says Lee Daniels evidently offered it to her. Yet when Oprah communicated revenue, well, you can think about who wound up with the part Mo at the time. I didn't have any influence, and I didn't have any cash. So when Oprah said she needed it, who played the lead job in The Steward? Oprah Winfrey, and it doesn't stop there. Lee Daniels had this biopic underway about Richard earlier, and thought about who he needed to play the grandma. Monique, however, is an amazing miracle. She dips in and claims the job for herself. Currently, Monique's not saying Oprah deliberately took these parts, yet she's without a doubt causing a commotion about the entire circumstance she resembles. Hello, we should plunk down and discuss this on the grounds that from where she's standing, it's all looking a piece suspect, and we should not disregard how Monique called out Oprah for doing Michael Jackson filthy. After the ruler of pop died, Oprah concluded it was right to give a stage to his informers, and Monique was not having it. See, back in '93, when MJ was administering the diversion world, he consented to plunk down with Oprah for a select meeting at Neverland, and let me tell you, Oprah shot a wide range of intrusive inquiries. However, MJ's star power helped skyrocket at her shows worldwide. Arrive at that interview resembled unadulterated wizardry on account of MJ, so you can envision the reason why Monique felt it was obscure for Oprah to hold on until MJ was gone to give broadcast appointment to his informers, particularly considering these informers changed their accounts on numerous occasions and, surprisingly, confessed to lying after swearing to tell the truth, and this man has been away for north of 10 years. What's more, in addition to the fact that he is gone, he was found not blameworthy. Oprah protected herself, saying she felt an obligation to reveal insight into the example of these sort of wrongdoings and how the casualties feel, attempting to get individuals to comprehend that it's not necessary to focus on one individual, that it is about the example, it is about the temptation. Yet a great deal of people thought Oprah was discussing the two sides of her mouth, on the grounds that MJ was never viewed as at legitimate fault for any of the stuff he was blamed for. And here's where it gets significantly stickier. While Oprah was focusing on MJ's informers, her amigo Harvey Weinstein was over here doing some genuinely wrecked stuff. I mean, the you secured 39 years in the slammer for his violations, so why didn't Oppo give a stage to Weinstein's casualties? We should do a speedy recap for those not in the know. Harvey Weinstein, Big Cheese American producer, fundamentally turned into the banner kid for the Me Too development. You realize that entire wave uncovering exposition. So rewind 5 years, and what had been the tattle in Hollywood's back rear entryways at last opened up to the world. News broke about these dangerous articles, spilling the tea that Weinstein had been playing with, furthermore bugging heaps of people like everlastingly. In October 2017, the New York Times and the New Yorker detailed that at an excess of 12 ladies blamed Weinstein for sex irritating Ing, or are phrasing them numerous different ladies in the entertainment world consequently detailed comparable encounters with Weinstein, who denied any non-consensual sex. Because of these claims, Weinstein was excused from his creation organization, suspended from the English Foundation of Film and TV Expressions, and removed from the Institute of Movie Expressions and Sciences. He too left the Chief Society of America and was criticized by driving figures in governmental issues whom he had upheld in 2019. The narrative unapproachable was delivered with interviews from a few of his informers. The New York Province Lead Prosecutor's Office accused Weinstein of criminal say and seeks unfortunate behavior for occurrences, including 2 separate ladies on May 25, 2018. He was captured that very day in the wake of giving up to the New York City Police Division, NYPD, and delivered after a $1 million bail was posted for his sake. He gave up his identification and was expected to wear a lower leg screen, despite being confined to New York and Connecticut. His attorney, Benjamin Brofman, said Weinstein would argue that he was not liable. A preliminary date was set for January 6, 2020. On that date, Weinstein was likewise accused in Los Angeles of R-phrasing one lady and saying one more in 2013, on June 8, 2022. Weinstein was officially charged by the Metropolitan Police with 2 counts of obscene conduct against a lady in London between July 31 and August 31, 1996. After pondering for 5 days, a jury sentenced Weinstein on February 24, 2020, for 2 of the 5 lawbreaker allegations. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.